Hello again, Mario. Hello, Carol.
Hello, teacher.
Carol, today's class was prepared thinking of you, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's going to be nice.
Very good.
We introduced the topic a little bit yesterday, and I decided that this could give us a full class. So I just prepared some exercises, and I'm going to share my screen, and you'll see what I'm talking about, okay?
Okay.
I had to go to do some search on the internet to find that article I told you about concerning liability and everything, understand?
Very good. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it
very
was
good.
in the New York Times. So I had to search in their archives to find this, but I found, okay?
Okay. Teacher, this
So,
material is not available in the Descobrindo o Mundo yet.
okay, probably they haven't had time to put up, you know,
Okay, okay.
but it will be, okay?
Okay, perfect. No problem.
Yes. So the headline, remember you asked me about,
Yes.
it appeared like this: employers becoming court target in the fight to halt, to stop drunken drivers. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
So the first thing we are going to discuss, I decided to invert the things. Instead of starting with the article, which is very long, I will probably ask everyone to read at home over the weekend. I decided to start with all the difficult words and even some exercises, okay? And then you
Okay.
can read the article, understand?
Yeah.
Because then it's gonna be a lot easier for you. So the first word, I tried to get a complete definition, how to separate and everything, is accountable. Accountable.
Countable.
Remember, we saw this word in the business thing. When you are responsible for something, you see, liable to being called to account, to respond for something.
Okay.
Answerable is the same of responsible. I'm not accountable for that. I'm not responsible for that. Something
Okay.
that can be explained, an accountable phenomenon. And then from this word, you have other words like accountability, account. You see, that's why I separated so you can see how to pronounce. So accountableness.
Okay. Accountableness.
Yes, every time you
It's
see a
better.
word, yes, every time you see a word ending ness, it's a noun formed from an adjective. Okay? Like
Okay.
happy, happiness, accountable,
Okay.
accountableness. Okay? And if you want to form the adverb, you just change, in this case, the E by Y, accountably. Okay?
Okay.
Now, the second one is one for you. So you read it for us.
Okay. Liable, adjective. Legally obligated, responsible. Liable for military service. See synonyms at responsible. 2. At risk of or subject to experience or suffering something unpleasant. Unpleasant? Unpleasant, okay?
Yes,
Unpleasant. Used with to, liable to criminal charges, liable to diabetes. And 3, often
Diabetes.
used
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Okay.
3, often used with reference to an unfavorable outcome. In a depression, banks are liable to fail.
Liable to fail. Okay. Yes, I just read that one of the most traditional hotels in Brussels is going to fail, is going to bankrupt very soon. Understand?
Yeah.
So this word for you, you told me you have already traveled, you were in Canada, you have been to France. It's very important when you rent a car. Have you ever had the experience of renting a car outside Brazil?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'll tell you something very important. Many Brazilians usually ask, is insurance included? They always say, oh yeah, insurance is included.
Mm.
But liability is never included. You have to
Yeah.
pay extra. Understand?
Yes. Yes.
So the best question is liability included? No, sir. That costs an additional $5 a day. I'd like to take it. Why? Because if you crash the car, what happens? They will pay for the damages, but you are liable to pay, understand, a certain
Yes.
amount. Sometimes this amount can be up to like $5,000, depending on the model of the car. So you have to take out an additional insurance to cover liability, because that's your responsibility in case of an accident, understand?
Mm-hmm.
If
Yes.
you destroy the car, you just call them, they'll give you another car, and you pay nothing if you paid up liability coverage. Understand?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, unscathed. It's also an adjective that means not hurt, not harmed, not injured. Escaped the hurricane unscathed. Understand? That means without suffering.
What means hurricane?
Hurricane.
Hurricane.
Yes. Starting next month, you have the hurricane season in the United States. It goes from May to October. That's when those big, gigantic formations in the ocean start, and they move towards land. Each hurricane has a name, understand? Usually it's the name of a woman, because if they're after they pass by you, you have nothing left. Understand?
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, it's true. Somebody told me that in the United States, okay, the hurricanes have usually a girl's name, because after they pass by, you have nothing left. Okay. They take everything you have away. You cannot say you agree, or your husband is going to be very, 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 very angry at you. Okay. Now, the next adjective is indelible. All the words here are practically related to legal things, understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because this talks about court. So indelible is an adjective. Can you read for me the meaning of it?
Impossible to remove, erase, or wash away. Permanent. Wash away. Permanent. Indelible ink. Ink. Make a mark not easily erased or washed away. And indelible pen for labeling. Clothing.
Yes.
Clothing.
This indelible gives the idea that it cannot be removed. Understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there are some special pens that you can use to write your name in your underwear, in your panties, understand? So you write your name there, so nobody can remove that. It's indelible.
Can I use this word for example, for roller, for example?
For
roller? No, for functions, for example, roller. No, no.
No, I don't think so. This you could use,
the occupation, for example.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Hello, guys.
But you could.
Hello, Marcos. How are you?
Good evening. Oh, late again, huh? Was it a pit stop at the Vatapá booth?
No, today it was tapioca.
Ooh. Okay. So, Carol, you could use this in another sense. For example, imagine that you suffered a loss of someone that you really cared about. Understand?
Okay. Yeah.
You can say that the loss of my father was something indelible to me. Understand? I could not remove it from here. It was a bad feeling that I carried on and on. Understand?
Okay. Yes, yes, understood.
That's the idea, indelible, that you can't remove by any way. It's something permanent, okay?
Okay.
Now, there is a verb to you see how the verb, it's a prefix, reimburse, okay? Reimburse, okay?
Inverse.
Means to repay, to refund.
Okay.
It's the same, to pay back or compensate another party for money spent on losses, okay? Reimbursable, reimbursement is the noun, and reimbursable is also an adjective, and reimburse is the verb. Marcos, can you read the number 6 for us? Overindulge. This is very common to listen to this in movies.
Overindulge. Overindulge, overindulging, overindulges. The verb transitive, to indulge, a desire, craving, or habit, to access, overindulging, a fondness for chocolate, to indulge a person excessively, overindulges his children.
Okay. The idea, okay, the verb to indulge is the same of like to provide someone with something that he or she wants. Can be a food, can be a cigarette if he's a smoker, understand? So this is to indulge. Overindulge is when you indulge in excess, okay? Sometimes you are, for example, let's say that you like chocolate, understand? And then I give you a huge box of Belgian chocolate.
For me, give for me. Please.
You eat tapioca, you eat, okay, vatapá, okay? You don't like chocolate, I think.
No, I like to.
Really?
Of course.
So you can say, oh, thank you for overindulging me, you know, or I am feeling totally overindulged. That means you're treating me too well, understand?
Okay.
Okay, there is maybe a new verb here, craving. Do you understand this verb?
No.
This is when you are addicted to something, understand? You can't live without that. It can be something good like chocolate. It can be something bad like drugs, understand?
Okay.
Then when you start desiring that very much, like I need, you're craving, okay? Like I have such a craving for chocolate, okay? That's a desire, okay? Probably in the exercise, you will be able to put this word in the correct place. You see, then I have overindulgence, overindulgent, it's also an adjective, or overindulgently, it's the adverb, okay? Yes, so today we're going to see a lot of difficult words. Carol, what's the next one?
I have problem to read the name of the word, cognizant. It's correct? Cognizant?
Yeah.
Cognizant.
Cognizant.
Fully informed, conscientious. See synonymous. Conscious. See synonyms at aware.
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 Understand? Aware?
Yes, aware, yes.
Yes, it's the same. I wasn't fully cognizant of the consequences. I wasn't aware. Okay?
Okay.
Number 8, Marcos, can you read that? Oh,
yes.
You see, I separated to facilitate. So disassociate. Okay, disassociate.
Much better, yeah.
Yes.
Disassociate.
Yes, because the verb is associate. Disassociate.
Disassociated. Disassociated.
That's the past tense.
Disassociates.
Okay, third person.
Association, disassociate.
Yes, okay. To remove from association, to not be a member of anymore, okay?
Okay.
Grief. Grief is a very common word, but I thought maybe you wouldn't understand, okay? Grief. Can you read for us, Carol?
Yes, grief, deep mental anguish as that arising from bereavement. Since
Okay.
oh my God,
Synonyms.
synonyms at regret.
Okay, it's anguish. Anguish.
Anguish, okay.
Okay.
A source of deep
Mental.
mental anguish,
Okay.
annoyance or frustration. Trying to follow their direction was nothing but grief. Trouble
Okay.
or difficult, the griefs are of trying to meet a deadline.
Okay. So grief is a kind of a feeling that you have inside of you. Usually a bad feeling. It's very deep. Okay. It can also be used to refer to the loss of a person. Understand?
Yes.
Okay. Grief. Now, the other one is, you see, oops, wrong button. Yes. That is an idiom. Okay. Let me see how I can go up. Let me move this screen from here, or I cannot go up. Okay. Grief. Okay. Marcos, can you read this for us, please?
Yes. Can of worms.
Can of worms. Yes.
Can of worms. Plural cans of worms. Informal, a source of enforcing.
Unforcing.
Unforcing.
You don't pronounce the E. You don't say unforty. No, unforcing.
Unforcing.
Or troublesome.
And troublesome complexity.
Okay. Like, I think you guys have read that the Justice Minister, Sergio Moro, has resigned today. Okay?
Yes.
But before resigning, or when announcing his resignation, he just opened a can of worms. Can you understand this idiom? He opened a can of worms.
Yes.
That means all the declaration he's made is going to have probably some bad and extreme consequences. Understand? So if you do that, I can say, if you do that, you're going to open a can of worms. It's impossible to predict what's going to happen. Understand?
Yes.
Yes.
And do you know what is worms and what is can in this case?
No.
Or no?
No.
Yeah. When you buy, for example, I know you like vatapá, carajé, but do you also eat some very healthy food like broccoli, corn?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Corn. Maybe let's decide about corn. When you buy corn, you can buy the fresh one that comes in a cob, corn cobs, okay? Or you can buy them in a can. A can is a metal container, understand?
Yes.
That we call it canned food, okay? Food that comes in a can. If you go to England, they don't say can. In England, they use the word tin. So in England, they say tinned food, okay? One extra E. For example, I don't like eating tinned food. I prefer fresh food, okay? In the United States, you would say canned food. So can, in this case, is not the auxiliary verb can. It's a can of worms. Worms is that little thing that you find in the ground and that you can use when you go fishing, you know? You put a worm in the fish, in the hook, to attract the fish. So they bite the worm and they get hooked up, okay? So, yeah, imagine you get a can, you put 1,000 worms inside, and then you open it. Can you imagine what's going to happen? Worms are coming
Yes.
out all over.
I
That's
think
what.
I think we have the same expression in Portuguese, but I can't remember this expression.
Me either. I'm trying to remember, but I
Yes,
cannot
yes.
remember right now.
Don't we say the Pandora box to open the
Yes, can
Pandora?
be Pandora box, yes.
But I
Yes,
think there is
Yes.
another one with animal too, but I forgot.
Yes, but
yes,
Pandora box, can I use Pandora box in English, no?
yes, yes.
Yes.
Pandora box.
I
Yes.
think we have another, but I can't
Yeah,
remember.
that's because you don't know what's going to happen if you open it. Understand?
Yeah.
The idea is very similar. So let's see if you understood the 10 words. If you did, you can complete the exercise for me. Okay? Ó.
Okay.
If you have expenses for a job, very often you have to pay for them yourself and then submit a request for what? For liability, reimbursement, or accountability?
Let it be. Right.
Letter B. Yes, reimbursement.
Reimbursement.
Okay, reimbursement. Very good. Now, the possible of a company when one of its employees is in an accident after drinking for business purposes is a fairly new idea.
The
I don't know.
A is like the hurricane. When it passes, you have nothing left.
No. It's B.
Let it be too.
B?
No. The
So?
C. Now it's okay.
So by elimination is letter C, okay? Of course,
So-
you tried A, B. Yeah. You should have said letter D.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
exactly.
know. Exactly. Yes. So what is the responsibility? See, the possible responsibility, accountability for a company when one of its employees is in an accident after drinking is a fairly new idea. In the past, this didn't exist.
But in this case, can I use the liability if you have this option?
It's also possible,
okay.
understand? But accountability, they are accountable for, they are responsible for.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Marcos, can you read the number 3 for us?
Okay. It's not uncommon for a drunk driver to walk away from an accident completely, while others are seriously injured or even killed. Completely.
Don't go by elimination, please. Or you have unscathed, liable, or accountable.
And I think it's A, unscattered.
Yes, that is very common. What happens? Many drunk drivers have an accident and then they are okay, but other people get killed. Okay?
Yeah.
This is, remember what happened with that guy, I think in Paraná, or I don't know, the guy was a politician, he was completely drunk, he was speeding in the streets, and he ended up just landing on top of another car and killed 2 people. Understand? But the boys were killed, but he was, okay, he got hurt, yes, but compared to the others, he was unscathed, okay?
Unscattered. The pronunciation is unscattered.
Yes, okay?
Unscattered.
Oh, Carol, can you read this during holiday times?
Yes. During holiday times, blah, 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 in food and drink is common. Therefore, one must be extra careful when driving during those periods.
Periods.
Okay.
Letter A?
Indulgence. Yeah, because people exaggerate in drinking and eating, okay? So you have to be careful when driving. I don't drink, but I have to be aware that there are many drunk drivers, understand? So, especially during Carnival in Brazil, those periods, okay? Carol,
Okay.
did you know that period is also used to refer to a woman's menstruation?
Yeah, yes, I know.
Okay, yes, so it's good to know. Number 5, Marcos, can you read that?
Okay. One who has lost a loved one because of a drunk driver will probably be affected by the accident.
Yes. Well, liability, indelibly, or accountability? It
What
has
is
to be indelibly. It has to be an adverb because it's modifying affected. Understand? That's why. So liability and accountability are almost the same. You can read the introduction up there, okay? But indelibly means they will never forget that. They will be permanently marked by that.
This
Understand?
is
Letter B.
the, yes,
That's
this
the
is
answer.
B, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Indelibly.
Affected. Understand? Max, can you read the number 6?
Okay. In the past, it was easier for companies.
Companies.
In the past, it was easier for companies to themselves from an employee's behavior. Now that there is a possibility of being from an employee's actions, companies have to be more aware of possible problems. This could save lives and money.
So we have 3 here. The first, it was easier for companies to themselves from an employee's behavior. Now there is a possibility of being for an employee's actions, and then companies have to be more aware of possible problems.
Letter
These,
B?
Yeah, I think
let
it's B too.
be, yes. So that's the idea of disassociate. They could simply say, I have nothing to do with that. Understand? Today, there is a possibility of being held liable. They are responsible for, okay? And this cognizant could save lives and money, this awareness, okay? Okay?
What means when I put this held in liable? What means exactly this?
Yeah, it's a complete expression. To be held liable, to be totally liable, understand?
Okay.
Yeah, you say, I'm not going to be held liable for that, okay?
Okay, understood.
Okay, so the other one, Carol, both cases.
Both cases, in spite of not having the weight of a legal precedent, opened up a blah, blah, blah. So nobody knows what's going to happen now.
Can
What
of
do you think is the
worms.
answer?
A.
Yes, a can of worms. They opened
Worm.
up a can of worms. Okay?
Yeah.
Marcos, number 8.
In spite of having lost her husband in that horrible accident long ago, Margaret still has a lot of unresolved grief.
Grief.
Yes. Can you see the idea? Can you see the context?
Yeah.
She lost her husband in a horrible accident. She still suffers from this unresolved grief. Okay? Okay. Number 9, Carol.
Negligent commercial servers of alcohol can be held liable in some accidents by some intoxicated patrons.
Patrons, okay?
Patrons. Okay.
What is this? The owners, the regular customers, or bosses?
I think the owners.
You know why I'm laughing?
No.
Why?
The first time I saw this word, I was in a restaurant. okay, in Seattle. I was quite young and I needed to go to the toilet and somebody told me it was upstairs. So I went upstairs, but at the door there was a sign for patrons only. And I thought like Carol, oh, so this is only for the owner of the restaurant. It's not here. Then I went downstairs and I said, I'm sorry, but I couldn't find the restroom. The guy said, it's just at the end of the stairs. Oh, but that's for patrons only. Yeah, that's you. I said,
It's regular customer.
yes, because you patronize them, understand?
Okay.
So you are a patron. You patronize the place, okay? You support them, okay?
Okay.
So I felt really stupid, understand? Because I was really in need, but I went back downstairs because I thought that was only for the boss. Okay. Now, and the last one, Marcos.
Okay. By putting the company's deep pockets at risk, that pockets at risk, that means it might spur
changes.
Spur changes. By putting the company's deep pockets at risk, that means it might spur changes.
Oh my gosh.
Having them. Let us see.
Lower the chances of having them. The A is cause or force them to happen, halt them, stop the changes, or lower the chances of having. Marcus is right. The idea is lower the chance of having. Is it right? Carol, do you agree or no?
No, I can understand. I try to understand the sentence.
Okay, let me try to say it in other words. If you put the financial department of the company, the deep pockets of the company in risk, understand?
Yes.
Might spur changes. Because in the past, I told you that companies were never liable for any employee's accident.
Yes.
But things have changed, understand? And then this has put them in serious legal battles, understand? Involving millions of dollars. So now that they are liable, this can spur changes. Mark said spur changes lower the chances of having them or stimulate them, force them to happen.
Okay, understood. Lower the chance.
But no, I'm asking, Marcus thinks it's letter C.
Yes.
But changes, that's the important word. Do you think the things are going to change because their financial department now is at risk? Understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
The changes are going to lower or they're going to increase. They will start changing because the
start
money...
changing, no?
So it's not letter C.
Letter
C
A.
is lower. It's letter A.
So I'm wrong. Am I?
That's why I was trying to explain. It's not that this is going to lower the chances of having the changes. No, this is going to stimulate, force the change to happen. All the companies will have to change or they will lose millions. Okay?
Okay.
Got the idea?
Yes.
So, Marcos, you are not here at the beginning of the class. What I told Carol is that I was first introducing the new vocabulary, okay? All the words. And then I was able to find in the New York Times a very old, you see, a very old article from December 24th, 1991. So you can see that this is not a new thing, Carol.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's older than me.
You see?
Ai, que vergonha isso! Oh my gosh, Marcos!
Sorry, Carol.
I don't even want to talk about that, okay?
What?
He's 2 years older than me.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's change subject, please.
1 minute of
Can
silence
we
to
get down?
Marcos.
Can we get down to business, please?
Of course, Peter. Let's get down to the business.
Yes, let's get down to business, okay? This kind of conversation makes me feel a little depressed, okay? Tomorrow, I think the first thing I'm going to do in the morning is to shave, okay? Because my hair is still a little black, but my beard, no, okay? That's totally white, okay? It's because I play Santa Claus at Christmas to make some extra money, okay? Only teaching is not good.
Okay, okay.
So I start letting the beard grow so I can be Santa Claus, okay? It was very funny. It happened a very funny situation with me. I hadn't shaved for more than a month, and then the beard was much bigger than it is now. And I was in a shopping mall in Europe with a brother of mine, and I was tired. I didn't want to do any shopping, so I said, I saw a very nice chair. And I said, okay, I'll be sitting here waiting for you. Okay, when you finish, you come back. I didn't see the sign above the chair that it was the Santa Claus chair for people to take picture. Understand?
Yeah.
I sat down there, and then people started walking by, and they would look at me and said, "Sun is different this year." You know? At first, I couldn't understand. And then after 2 or 3 people mentioned something about Santa Claus, I looked up and I see Santa's chair. Come and take your picture, understand? I thought, oh my gosh. And then I said, but it's very comfortable. I'm not going to move away. And people would walk by. Yeah, people would walk by and say, oh, different style this year, Sana. I said, no, Sana went to the restroom. Okay, I'm just waiting for, I'm his assistant. I'm just waiting for him, okay? He went to the toilet.
Gosh.
Okay. That was a very comfortable chair. I didn't
Oh
know.
my god.
Oh my gosh.
But it's true. It's a true story. It happened last December, okay?
Very funny.
For you.
Yeah. Okay. That I think is Marco's mother, okay?
Yes, of course.
By the,
Yes,
the
it was my
accent.
mother watching.
By the accent. I heard the accent. Ave Maria.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No
But,
problem. No
But she
problem.
got so excited when she was watching TV soap opera. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, what do you have for you? I want you to really, if Carol has told me that this article is not available at the website. So as soon as the class is over, I'm going to call them and ask them to put it up as fast as possible. Because it's impossible to read from the newspaper. But you see, even though I am a very old man, I was able to read here, and I translated, I copied, I pasted here for you with normal letter, but it's a long article.
Okay.
I can see.
Okay?
Yes.
You see,
Yes.
there are 12 pages.
Yeah.
But Carol,
yes.
you know what's important? Especially in Carol's case, Marcos, you are going to be surprised. It talks about all the liability of the bar owners, of the beer companies like Anheuser-Busch, okay, that's a famous beer. All the problems they had in court because of employees that were driving while under the influence. Remember, we talked about this yesterday. You see, this opened up a whole new can of worms, okay? So it was have all the cases here, all the precedents used, okay? How much money was involved. It's a very interesting article, in fact, okay? So I'd like you to read over the weekend, and on Monday we can discuss this, okay?
Okay, perfect. Very
And
good.
that's all for today. That's all
Okay.
for now, folks.
I have to
Okay?
remember to read.
Okay.
I take
Yes.
note.
Yes. Take a note there and make
I
sure you
will.
read it.
I will remember because I have the interview on Monday. So
Really?
So
it's
maybe
helped
it's
me.
interesting. Yes, it's
Yes.
interesting.
Yes.
I will call the guys now and ask them to upload as soon as possible, okay?
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
Have a nice weekend, and I'll see you guys on
Thank
Monday.
you.
Good luck on your interview, okay?
Thank you, teacher. See you.
Carol.
Thank
See
you,
you.
Marcus.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have
Bye.
a nice weekend, you all.
Can I
For you too.
Can I say break the leg or just for theater things?
Break
For the
leg?
interview.
Yeah, break the leg for the interview.
Break the leg.
Break the leg.
Doing theater
Yeah,
things.
no, yeah, it's possible. I would say
Possible.
just fingers
Break
crossed.
the leg, Carol. Fingers
Oh,
crossed.
fingers crossed.
Thank you.
Okay, Carol.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.
Yeah.